The year is 1981. The place? Plymouth, England. A large, silent UFO was witnessed hovering over houses in the middle of the night. The witness was struck by a green beam which caused her to be temporarily paralyzed. On September 10th, 1980, at about 23:15 hours, the witness, Denise Bishop, returned home from work. At this time, the witness observed something very unusual at the back of her house. The witness stated,
"The object was unlit, and a dark metallic grey, but coming from underneath it and shining down on the rooftops. Beneath it were 6 or 7 broad shafts of light. These were in lovely pastel shades of pink and purple. And there was also white. I saw all this in an instant. And I was terrified. I hurriedly reached for the door. But as I put my hand on the handle, from the unlit side of the craft a lime green colored pencil beam of light came and hit the back of my hand. As soon as it touched my hand I couldn't move and was stopped dead in my tracks, paralyzed. The beam stayed on my hand for at least 30 seconds, in which time I could only stand and watch the UFO. I was very frightened. Although the UFO was a fantastic sight to see, it was huge and silent. In fact, the whole area around about seemed very quiet. The green beam, which gave off no illumination and was rather like a rod of light, then switched off. And I continued to open the back door. It was in fact as though a film had been stopped and started again. I had been stopped in mid-stride, and when the beam went off I continued with the same movement as before. I opened the door and rushed into the house. As I did so, I saw the UFO lift up into the sky slightly and then begin moving away out of my sight. Rubbing my hand, I ran and told my sister. Together we went outside again, but there was now nothing to be seen. We went in again and my sister examined my hand, but there was nothing there to see. I sat down and a few minutes later my sister's dog began sniffing at the hand and made it sting. On looking at it again I now noticed spots of blood on it. And after I had washed it I saw that it was burned.
The witness called the police and they would not take a report from her. They put her on to Bob Boyd of the Plymouth UFO Research Group, who investigated the incident. On arrival at Denise's house, Bob took a couple of black and white photographs of the burn mark, which appeared as a patch of shiny skin with spots of blood and bruising. It looked as if a patch of skin had been removed, exposing the shiny, new skin beneath, Bob reported. He tried to persuade Denise to go to the casualty ward at the local hospital, but she refused. 2 days after the incident, Denise's wound appeared still very sore. A week after the incident, she had a fully formed scab over her burn. After 3 months, she was left with a pale mark resembling a birthmark. This case has a credible witness with no obvious reason for lying about the incident. There is also the evidence of the burn on the witness's hand, which was quite real and photographed. I see the possibilities here as an alien craft of some kind, or even an alien reproduction vehicle up to no good. If military in origin, then the object had abilities way beyond the 1980s expected capabilities, or even of currently known technologies of 2021.